Well then, hello for those who are watching. It's the Angry Anime Fantasy. I'm the retired Despair viewer who nowadays only voices the Eden Zero chapter reviews, and this one is of course 114. Dilemma and sad situations all over, promising this arc to be one that may not be one to easy forget. Last week, and a very big, tough-looking attack bot attacked everybody as Couchpo has appeared. So Shiki throws him aside, but unfortunately a lot of robots appear as well, and they wield all weapons. Yeah, it's just that the virus has just made them that much insane. It's worth noting that all the robots tend to almost look similar. Seeing no other choice, the gang breaks through the robots by, well, attacking them, although it's not exactly known if it destroys them. Even Couchboot tries to do something more, something like eating a robot. Back on the Eden Zero crew, it seems like Sister is actually checking up on Klein, as she still don't have the answer to what is exactly wrong, although we do learn a little bit of it here. But here's the strange thing is that Klein is implying that she doesn't have to be fixed, because if she's fixed, then she will have to leave, and she's actually beginning to like the Eden Zero crew because they're nice to her. Again, showing that it's not like she cannot feel; she does feel, and she know how to do it. But it appears that her condition is something more. As we also see a flashback where Chris has refused to explain completely what is wrong with Klein. According to him, though, it's a unique disorder that if she shows any emotion, it will cause a mental breakdown, which is why the emotion suppression device actually is there. And as we saw, she had an emotional breakdown when Homura overpowered her and the suppression happened. It seems to imply that if she does not have the suppression devices, her mentality will shut down and everything else will become very dangerous. And even Sister is implying she has never seen this before. However, this the biggest thing is that Chris refuses to answer, and when she says she just asked Klein, Chris gets a little bit more like, "Oh, you did not just do that," and that is that he grabs Sister and demands for her to never, ever ask Klein what happened in the past, implying that Klein actually did not remember why she's like this. Sister, of course, do not appreciate being handled like that. And I have to admit, this was one of those scenes where I really got mad at Chris. You know, you are really a thick headed idiot. In fact, even Sister is calling him a thickhead here. He is he wants Klein to get healed, and yet he is refusing to explain why she is like this. But why do I have a feeling like he is actually responsible for this? I mean, wouldn't it be a little bit fun if it actually turns out that the reason why Klein is like the way she is because the Jin, the Chris, somehow actually is responsible for her deal. Remember, he somehow turned his whole body into a half cyborg. What was it, 75%? And we still don't know exactly what made him do that, although there's some implications that he is not exactly fond of chopping hands off and stuff like that, implying that maybe that happened to him. So, yeah, I'm just saying. Chris is not opening up, and the reason why he's not opening up is that we have too many questions here. It's just that it seems to imply that Klein do not know what happened in the past. And if she does, then that device won't be able to contain her feelings. So yes, says please don't ask her. So uh, so again, it appears that Klein do not remember why she is like this, but Chris does. That that implies to me that that he is responsible somehow for her condition. I'm just saying, removing emotions and then turning into a cyborg, and the fact that they are based on ninjas. There are some interesting theories over there. Of course, all of them are likely wrong. It may not be so clearly as you think. But then emergency hits as a lot of battle drones suddenly begins to swarm and attack the the Eden Zero ship, and the battle crew is down under, which still doesn't have a mask on, by the way. It appears that that the robots themselves are also attacking the one while they are attacking the Eden Zero. Not exactly sure, but the virus is implying that robots are meant to be free. So maybe they scanned and saw that humans on board and everything else. Since the main ship crew is gone, well, unfortunately, Laguna and Chris has to fight for it. Even Klein will fight too. Huh. Of course, Laguna and Chris are not exactly fighting for good reasons. Moscow is doing some bad impersonations. So with that, they're saying that the best way to fight them off will be to control the hangar with starships. With that, we're back to the ground team, and here we actually get a more of a tragic scene. We run into a cute little bot with a penguin-like flippers that surprisingly reveals that it does not want to fight, revealing that not all the robots have been turned mad through Sig's virus control. How that happened again? We have too many unanswered questions. I hate unanswered questions, but this seems to imply that yes, not all robots have been brainwashed, just those in the town. Of course, that is still not a good sign, because as we all know, and as we see at the end of this chapter, minor spoiler, the commando unit of Nero is here. And even if there are some robots that for some reason were not brainwashed by Siggy, it's not like what the other robots have done is going to escape things ever. So, well, the little bot reveals that Nero's troops are here to eradicate all robots. And it proclaims that it's not fair. They're not attacking people because they want to. And some robots are still themselves. So Shiki proclaims he will help. Unfortunately, though, the little robot gets shot by a shot that is by the. Well, I actually had already forgotten his name. We were introduced to him, and I already forgotten the guy with the cane. And of course, he says it a bullseye and proclaims a thanks to the team, but the team do not thank. So that and it then begins to taunt them, saying, "Is that how you say thank you? You can't be serious. Can you really say not that? You should be saying I'm sorry." But then he calls forth some kind of glue and glues everyone into the tree as he sadistically smiles at them. Thank you in it. Yeah, maybe that was thing it up. Yeah, his verbal tick was in it. So this chapter did reveal that Klein's condition is some kind of mental disorder, that the more that the suppression is happening because her mind will collapse. In a way that makes me almost think like someone tried to turn her into a machine. Not a cyborg, but a living machine, shutting down emotion, being completely focused. It didn't really work. She still has her emotion, but she cannot fully show them except for the emotion suppressing. And if she does feel big emotion, her mind get boggled, almost like a failsafe, like she is not supposed to feel it. Then there's also revealed that there is robots that have not gone mad yet, but of course that is not gonna be listened to by the commando unit of Nero. Already I hating the king guy for being very arrogant and all. So please guys, yes, try to do it. But the fact that he is gonna kill all kinds of robots as soon as Pino is there and happy, and he's not gonna hold back and trying to shoot them. That is not good enough. But according to the Penguin Bot, there are some robots that haven't yet been turned evil. And there are some good points here. It's not fair that all the robots have to be destroyed just because of one of all the robots there. But there have been some other theories out there that is saying that a good point, that even if the robots would be cured of whatever is happening to them. Do you really think the humans will forgive their actions? It may have just been 1 week, but already having leashes on. That is not good. So, yeah, I mean, the damage is already done. So, I have a feeling like this arc is going to have a very bittersweet ending. Likely with all the robots being destroyed, even if they are getting cured. And that is not going to sit right with Shiki. Because if you think about it, Shiki is an all-loving hero. Even if he doesn't like that robots have turned evil, he also do not like indiscriminate killing for people that are not evil. So it is all just what is next. But yeah, this arc is promising high stakes. Someone actually wrote higher than Sugo TV. Well, hi there. If you want to say anything more, comment on the video later on. So yeah, that's basically this chapter. High stakes, tragic, and what is more, and the king guy of the commando unit seems to have some kind of ether gear that creates some kind of glue, almost like candy in a way. And he is indeed sadistic, but there seems to be a theme here. One of them is sadistic, one of them is cold and logical, and one of them may be a brute. Maybe that is the theme of the commando unit. Either way, all robots are supposed to be destroyed on Forestina, even the good ones. That will not sit well with Shiki. Give me your thoughts if you have any.